So, rolling.
Yeah.
So this is Exposure Shorts, which was about 10-15 years ago as an old school forum bulletin board of filmmakers, many who are still around today. And this was our first attempt to get organised and get out there. And so on this disc is actually there was 3 volumes. So there's volume 1. You know, no labels. It was all make a copy and send it around to people. We did a volume 2 and a volume 3 as well. So you know, and this really was an exercise in understanding what our peers were doing. You know, back then there was no YouTube, and you'd be like, well, what are other people doing? You know, how do I know? And so a bunch of us just got together and said, let's chuck our films on a disc and send it around to each other, and that's what we did. And
you got anything of yours we can see a couple of minutes of?
I forget what I put on here, but yeah, I mean, you know, I can intercut, can't I?
Have you got a DVD player?
No.
No, I just wondered if you could play a little bit and just tell us a little bit about it.
No.
When did you get rid of your DVD player?
Probably 2007 or so.
Do you think people should buy movies?
I think there'll always be some people who want to buy movies. I think the way things are going, it's going to be people will buy an experience, which will be the cinema or some sort of experience. You know, like you go to the West End, it's an experience, it's pricey. The other thing I think people will start buying more is not mass-produced merchandise, but actually original movie props and stuff like that. Because it's almost got to the point where there is no value in it in a film print anymore. You know, it's digital, easily copied. It's almost like that's, and it's just, you know, obviously cost in terms of a Hollywood movie, that thing that's so easy to copy is like $100 million worth of stuff. So you can see why they get protective of it. But you know, the reality is, if you go to like Public HD or Yi-Fi, you can, you know, pick and choose from anything that's been released recently.
What's that? Is that walking stick for real, or is it a prop?
That's a prop from Crooked Features. This belonged to a character who played the evil producer, or the bad guy in Crooked Features. She went by the name of Frida Hiscock.
Did you get that from Prop Hire?
No, I bought this from a chemist in Waterville. And when I bought it, they said, did I want to be measured or something, because they thought I was buying it for me to walk around with. But yeah, and my son refers to it as the pimp cane. I'm not sure why.
So certain props survive, and
yeah, well, only the ones that don't take up space and haven't been chucked out. But most of my stuff gets thrown away, unfortunately. But then most of my stuff is mass-produced stuff bought in Toys R Us and sprayed black, so you know they're easy to get again.
Is that an escape hatch?
Yes. that you know, if there's a fire, I can get out of the building quick.
Where does it go to?
It just down onto the street. Where do you think it goes? If we go back to...
Well, I'm quite keen on having a look in. What's that case?
I think this case has been used and reused. It was originally a kit case. Carried kit around in it, but then for gain, the investigators needed something to carry their kit around in. So we made it for that, or gave it that purpose. So in here we have some original stuff from Gain, some more tape. I'm not sure if this is going to work. This used to light up, didn't it? I can't remember. No, it doesn't light up anymore. It's a shame. because obviously, oh, maybe it was this. Things with flashing lights are obviously always look better than things that don't flash. So this was our, I guess, our version of a, ectoplasm PK detector thing, what do you want to call it. But that's a bike light. How's it turn off? I hate this. How do they turn off now? Does it turn off? Fine. I'm not sure what they used that for. This is a prop that survived. This was used in Crooked Features as well. Crooked Features is about the making of a film called Attack of the Clones. No, not clones. Attack of the Clones. And in that film, Dirk Starbutt is captured by the alien Clown King, and they brainwash him, or they torture him with this thing. Cut to clip of the alien Clown King. But we also use this in game for something. Can't remember
what is it? A colander?
Yeah. And then just a few.
How did you make it? Tell us how you made it.
Well, with whatever was lying around the house. These capacitors and stuff probably pulled out of something that was broken, and there's obviously a lot of wire handy at the time, and bit of old sound cable.
Is that a health and safety inspection?
Bit of black spray, yeah. It's padded, and actually this was used in Crooked Features. It was also used in Ad Astra in 2000, 2001. So it goes way back. This prop. It's ancient. So that's one reason I want to try and keep this one around, just because it's got a history.
You said props were valuable. How much is that worth?
I think that was independently valued at about 5,000. So 5,000 tins of beans. I think the props only become valuable once there's an established fan base. You've got no fans, you've got no value, basically. That's part of the equation.
You got no fans, you got no base.
Exactly. And that's where PR and marketing comes in, and that's, I realised that was a missing piece of the equation that I needed to learn.